Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's the final days of our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
We all know those GLP-1 injections work wonders, but that price tag almost gave me a heart attack when my insurance denied coverage. I was staring at a choice between paying my mortgage or paying for weight loss. Talk about a rock and a hard place. Then I found Elevate Health compounded semaglutide at just $58 with payment plans that don't require a second mortgage. Same medication, same results, but a price that real folks can actually afford. Visit joinelevate.com today. That's JOINELEVATE.com. Your wallet will be as happy as your waistline. This medication is not FDA approved.
Are you scouring the web for the best Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals? Stop it. Get Rakuten. Rakuten is a shopping sidekick that gets you cash back on gifts for everyone on your list. Right now, you can get up to 15% cash back at the stores you love. You can even stack cash back on top of the biggest sales of the year. That's savings on savings. It's more time shopping and less time searching. With Rakuten, you're always saving at your favorite stores on the things you're already buying. Cashback is automatically added to your account as you shop, and you get paid with gift cards, PayPal, or check. Or eligible American Express card members can even choose to earn membership reward points instead of cashback. It's truly a no-brainer. Now's the time to join. Up to 15% cashback ends on 12/2. Plus, new members will receive a welcome bonus after minimum qualifying purchases. Just go to Rakuten.com, download the app, or install the browser extension. That's RAKUTEN. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to the King of Hearts podcast, hosted by me, Chiara King. I've been feeling a little bit exhausted. It's been a hell of a week. My emotions have been up and down constantly. Like, my nails look disgusting right now. I think that's just... It's not, life isn't going well when your nails look like an absolute shambles. I don't think my nails have looked like this in a very long time, but yeah, I've just been going through it, I think, mentally, but there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And yeah, anyway, today we're bringing on a very special guest. He is one of my very good friends, and I cannot wait to introduce you and talk about what it's like to be a guy in the dating world. So here we go.
If you love me, let me fly away. Maybe I'll come back to you. Maybe I won't.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the King of Hearts podcast, hosted by me, Chiara King. And today's episode, we have Gaston.
Thanks for having me.
Coming onto the podcast. I know you're a little bit nervous.
Very nervous.
Even me, it's fine. Just imagine we're just on a couch and just chilling. It's just the vibes.
I'll just ignore all the setup and the crew behind us.
Yeah, just like everything else is invisible. Basically, me and Gaston met through mutual friends. And how long have we known each other? Like
2 years,
2.5 years.
About 2 years.
So yeah, he's an amazing music producer. And I didn't bring you on for music. But I did bring you on because I'm sure a lot of you listening maybe wonder what it's like being a guy navigating the dating world as well. I think we throw so much stick and shit basically at you and every other man who's dating. And I just wanted to bring you on because I know you're single, you're dating, you've been dating for a while now, and just hearing your perspective on, what it's like being a guy in the dating world and how you navigate it, and like all the kind of like stereotypes of being a guy, of being like the fuck boy or the playboy or the nice guy. Like, there's so many different stereotypes men are put under, and it's just nice to have you sat here and speaking instead of loads of, for example, me just like coming to conclusions about guys when maybe, we don't actually understand your point of view, and maybe you're also being ghosted as well, and like men have feelings too. So what's it like to be a guy? What is it like to have a penis?
I can't believe you. What an opener.
I know.
What's it like? Well, it's it's interesting to say the least. I mean, I think you can relate. I think everybody who lives in a big city like London,
Yeah,
New York,
London is
or
like,
LA.
I don't know why cities, it's just harder to date.
I actually saw a study about that recently. It's about having too many options, and like as humans,
The grass is always greener.
yeah, it's actually crazy. Like we're not meant to have so many options.
Yeah.
And that's why people struggle so much to settle down. It's because they keep like meeting someone who has, you know, a lot of the qualities they're looking for, but then there's one specific thing that looks better in someone else, and then they just jump ship and move on to the next. I mean, personally, I've witnessed that, and I've fallen
like
into
through
that
your
trap.
friends or you yourself?
Bit of both, I think. I'm not a like massive fan of like dating apps and things like that. So
Yeah, I think that's another thing, like, especially as you said, London, but also social media. And I'd say a dating
100%.
app is pretty much social media, but for dating,
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much. And like the options are endless. You can literally
Mm-hmm.
be like, I want brown hair, blue eyes. Okay, now you go on a date with them, you don't really like them. Okay. Or maybe you date them for 3 months and string them along, and then you're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, yeah, not that interested. I'll just go back. It's so easy to just go back and window and browse.
100%.
Like shopping. It's literally like shopping.
And add to that the worst thing, which is that, well, dating apps want to keep you on the app, right? At
yeah,
some
I heard
point,
that actually, that it's like
Yeah.
a game.
yeah. So at some point, they figure out exactly what you're looking for, but they won't show it to you. They will show you something that's close to it, but not exactly it, because they want to keep you on their app. So they're actually working
Yeah.
against you. So if you're
They're
on
not
dating
actually
apps,
helping you.
not really. I mean, you know, this is stuff that I've seen online, so I don't know if it's like factual, but if I was an executive at a dating app, that's what I would do. You know what I mean? So it's like that's why I stay
Yeah.
away from them. I've only been on one dating app date in my
Really?
whole life.
No way.
Yeah, yeah.
And you live in London.
And I live in London.
And you're what, 26?
27, yeah.
27 now.
About to turn 28.
Oh my
Feeling old.
God.
Yeah.
No way.
But yeah, I'm actually like trying to stay off of that. The reason being that I think being in a city like this, you can go out, you can meet people all the time. And I think
it's not like we're not social. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, and I think that like meeting people through, you know, friends of friends or whatever, it's already a huge, I don't want to say filter, but it's already like a pre-selection that's made.
What it is, because
You know
you
what I
are
mean?
you attract what you are. Like the people that you surround yourself by, kind of who you are as a person. They say you are the 5 people that you hang around with. So
Yeah.
like when you're meeting through mutual friends, you are most likely going to have more in common than you would meeting someone off a
100%.
dating app. You have no idea who they are, what they do, who are their friends, what are their interests. At least, yeah, it is a filter.
Yeah.
You're right.
Even just the place you go to, you know, like
Yeah.
it seems so like random, but it's true. Like obviously you don't have to have everything in common, but just hanging out in a certain area with certain people, it already just, if you meet a person in your natural environment, it's already gonna set you up. I think I'm a bit of an idealist, but I think it's gonna help you have more in common and make it more successful. So yeah.
I have some questions that I'm going to
Hit
ask
me.
you. How do you find dating right now?
How do I find dating right now?
Like in today's world, do you find it easy? Do you find it difficult? Are you also a culprit of like, as a man, do you have that grass is greener on the other side kind of like mentality?
I think it's not so much grass is greener. It's more of a like, I'm like turning 28, right? So
Are you dating to marry basically?
pretty much. I mean,
And are guys in London dating to marry or
no,
are
not
no?
all of them. No.
Okay.
I think there's merit in like dating many people. That sounds terrible, but just to figure out what you like and what you don't, you know? I think that's really important. It's a process
And
you
not
kind
put
of
all your eggs in one basket.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
As women, we tend to do that a lot more than guys. We tend to date one guy and then be like, okay, that's it. Like, I'm just going to invest completely in this one guy. Whereas I think from your perspective, what you're saying is like dating several girls, at least that not only helps you just like see what you actually want, which honestly, I agree with you. I think investing too early on into one person is not good for you.
yeah.
Because you need to see what your options are. And I feel like as women, we definitely settle more than we should.
Yeah. But that's exactly what I was getting to is like, if you're dating to marry sounds like it's a
Yeah,
strong
but
word.
it's true. Like,
It's
I'm
true.
dating to marry. You know, you're dating to marry. I know a lot of people dating to marry, especially like at our age, like mid-20s,
Yeah.
turning 30 in like hopefully many years, but it's not that far away.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, if that's your kind of optic, don't settle. You know, you shouldn't settle. And I think that's the philosophy I've got right now is like, you can't be like super picky and like, you know, get hung up on details and things like that. Because otherwise you'll never find a perfect person, right?
No one's perfect.
You'll find someone who's compatible and who hopefully shares the same core values as you do. And
But
then
it's not even that. It's a feeling. It's just a
Yeah.
feeling of like, do I love them or do I not love them? I
True.
think they can have all the compatibility and everything on paper, but if you don't love that person, what's the point?
preach.
Unfortunately, you know, love, I think, is blind and you can't choose who you fall in love with.
Yeah.
But I think our heads get in the way a lot of
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I
We
love this
overthink it.
person, but, you know, they don't have this, they don't have that, they don't have this quality, they don't have that quality. Unfortunately, I'd rather take the love and all the imperfections on the outside than like that perfect on paper, but
Absolutely.
that real raw
Yeah.
human connection and love.
My
Not be
mom, shouts to my mom, always
Aw.
tells me that our generation is too much in our heads, not enough in our heart. And I think what you said is exactly true. It's like, I think we were talking about it earlier. You feel it from day one if something's
if you
off.
know, you know, and
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, dating to marry.
no dating apps, just going out.
I mean, I do have a dating app, but I never really use it. It's kind of
Yeah.
weird. It's like, I don't know why we do that. You know, like,
What's your app of choice?
oh God.
What's this like?
Well,
What's your drink of choice? It's like, is it Hinge, Tinder,
choice.
Bumble, Raya?
No, the only date I went on from a dating app was Raya. It was really nice, actually. Like, we spent a few months together.
But it just didn't work.
But it
That-
just didn't work
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, now I stay off of it and just try to, you know, get out there, which is financially and physically taxing. But it's much more fun than like I feel like it's a bit forced when you're like swiping and like, you know, using lines and shit. Like, I don't like that. I'm a bit of a hopeless romantic, so it's more like, you know, I want to have that moment in real life where, you know, you lock eyes and
Yeah, me too. I've done dating apps in the past, but I definitely think dating in real life is better. Or like meeting someone on like a meet cute is better. I find that dating apps are just a bit, I don't know, it works for a lot of people. So many people I know have gotten married from it, you know, and in relationships and really happy relationships. I think just for me, it didn't work. It worked better meeting in person. Okay. How do you as a man, for example, or any guy or your friends, how do you guys deal with rejection in dating? How do you guys handle rejection when it comes to the dating scene?
That's a really good one. I mean,
because I'm sure you've been dumped before, no?
Yes, I've gone through a very, very rough breakup. But rejection is like, I think it depends on what, I think there's two types of guys. There's those who kind of like don't really care, just go for it, see what happens, you know, and like
when they're rejected.
Yeah, or like they're not scared of being rejected, so they'll just try everything, and if they get rejected, it's fine. And then there's
and then
others.
they just move on.
Yeah.
They don't even like heal.
No, there's people
But
that
how
are just.
do you not process? Like, how do you just, as a guy, when you've been with someone and then you get rejected, it hurts. How do you then just like move on?
I think that falls in the whole like boys don't cry thing, you know. Like a lot of guys, well, they'll feel all the emotions that you would feel in a breakup, but they'll probably just bottle it up and like put
That's
it
not
away.
good though. And what happens with all that stuck emotion?
Midlife crisis, I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, in my case, I'm really bad at dealing with rejection. So it's like, I mean, if you want to like refer to like breakup and stuff, for context, 5 years relationship ended terribly wrong, and she ended it. It took me
It takes a hit.
2.5 years, 3 years to get over it.
That's long.
Yeah.
And you're just like, when is it gonna
Yeah.
get better?
it was.
And I'm sure you dated in the meantime.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, like I was trying to, you know. It was weird because when you put so much emotional energy into something and it breaks or it's taken away from you, then depression, straight up. Anxiety. I had never felt anxiety before in my life, and just in one day, like panic attack the next day or whatever.
Really? For how
Yeah.
long?
I mean, it went on for like a year and a half, 2 years.
Stop.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
had
yeah.
like panic attacks.
Yeah. I had a couple panic attacks, few anxiety attacks, but you know, I mean, the thing is, she kind of strung me along for like 6 months, so that didn't help. But therapy,
Yeah.
straight up, like
It's
that's
just interesting though, because like, you know, I don't ever hear it, what it's like going through a breakup from a guy's perspective, you know, and what it's like handling rejection. Like it's not easy
Yeah.
for both parties, you know. I've been rejected before, but I don't think I had panic attacks, but it's also you instantly think the guy's just gonna move on and not feel
Yeah.
anything and don't give a shit and then just
you
move
are
on.
wrong.
Yeah, men have feelings too.
We're just going to take a pause there and we'll be back after this break.
No, I think the first thing which is hard to deal with is like a massive loss of confidence. Like you really feel like you're not worthy, I guess, or like you're less of a man than you thought you were, which is really tough because, you know, I think if you're looking for things in a guy, I guess confidence is important, you know?
Yeah.
And
So you lost that like
oh yeah,
confidence.
that was totally like shattered for
But what does that mean? Like you didn't think you were attractive, or was it more of like a personality thing?
yeah, all of it. It's like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, I'm not good enough.
I'm not good enough. Where did I fuck up? I should have done this different. All these
Yeah.
kind of like self-destructive track of thoughts. that were-
Self-sabotage.
Yeah. So you kind of like spiral down in that.
And that went on for a year and a half.
That was like, I would say like a good 8 months. And then you start slowly like coming back out of it. Because, I mean, this is maybe my personality, but when I hit a low, I like to hit like rock bottom. And
You
then,
need to feel it all. And I,
Yeah.
honestly, I think that's the best way to get through it, because
yeah.
the only thing you can get over something is to go through it. You cannot
Yeah, exactly.
avoid your feelings. And that's the thing. It's like if you have a wound on your skin and you just decide, instead of cleaning it and like actually disinfecting it and making it better, you just stick a plaster on it.
Yeah.
It's going to be covered for a bit and it's going to be fine for like a day or two, but then that infection's going to grow
Yeah,
underneath
yeah.
and it's actually going to like
Exactly.
fester and get worse.
It's like poison. You gotta feel everything. You gotta cry it out. You gotta like spend too much time talking about it with your like family, your friends.
Yeah.
Spending time with family was something that I didn't do, and I absolutely should have. I stayed in London the whole time because it was COVID, so I had no choice.
So you were suffering during COVID on your own.
Yeah, and I was working like
Oh my
16-hour
God.
days, so it was really rough. But now I know what to do if it happens again.
But
you know what I
also,
mean?
do you think going through that and doing all the like healing work on your own, do you think that's quite rare? Like looking at like your guy friends, for example, and their breakups and, or like, for example, dating someone and then like, you know, getting rejected or breaking up, would they handle it the same as you, or would they just kind of like ignore it and just move on and bottle it?
Yeah, so I think, I mean, everyone deals with it differently, but I've seen people like bounce back super fast. Like I've had a friend recently, his girlfriend broke off their relationship of 5 years, and they were pretty much like, yeah, this is
Set
for
to
life.
marry, yeah.
Like, yeah. This guy, I've never seen him like glow like this. Like he's had the biggest glow up. He's like, basically we had like this like guys reunion day after it happened. And
Oh my
it was a group of friends who all went through a breakup recently. So we kind of
We're
threw
all like
all the like,
sad boys, sad boy emo group.
yeah, it was kind of grim.
Oh, that's kind of cute though.
But the thing is, we
Nice little
could,
boys support group.
yeah. The thing is, we could like throw all the advice at him, and he took everything to the T, and he like now he's back on his feet. Like, and it's been, what is it, like 6-7 months?
Yeah.
So I guess it's how you deal with it. And I think
Yeah.
having gone through and having dealt with things the way I did, I would never like put myself through that again. You know what I mean? There's so much so many positive things you can do, you know, refocusing all the energy on yourself, on
Did you not do that?
I was very much still hung up. Like I couldn't believe it when it happened, you know? So I was like,
You kind of had hope.
yeah, I had hope, and she kind of fueled that in the way she was like, keeping communication.
I
and
really
things like
think
that.
it really goes both ways. Like girls can be actual dicks as well. And I think especially on social media, you know, men and boys are painted in such a bad light. And I did it myself, you know, like you see my TikToks, like I chat so much shit about boys, but it's just my way of coping. But then guys don't really talk about their side of the story and like how it affects them too. And like, you guys are painted as the bad guy and like, oh no, but he's just a dick. You know, I even heard this thing on TikTok. This guy made a TikTok video being like, oh, you know, like if my girlfriend like cheated on her boyfriend, we'd all be like, oh no, it's fine, babe, don't worry, like it's fine. But if a guy cheated, it's like, you piece of shit. Like, how dare you? Like, how evil are you to cheat on a woman? But it's like, sorry, are we forgetting something here? It's the exact same thing.
I mean, there's definitely a cultural like bias to a certain extent. I feel that every day when we write songs, because a lot of it is like guys are shit. Sometimes it's kind of like, it kind of hits me and I'm like, damn, like are we that bad? You know what I mean?
I honestly don't think all guys are that bad. I think as women though, we just share it more. Yeah. And you guys just keep it to yourselves.
Yeah, we keep it more bottled in, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, rejection is really tough, especially at that scale, you know.
But dating wise, it's pretty easy to bounce back.
I think you always kind of feel the burn. No matter what happens, you're always
because it's also like you're attached to that person. It's not even if it's not love, you have spent a lot of time with that person. It's like,
exactly.
You know, you're sharing everything with them, and the next day they're just a stranger again. Like, also for the ego, it takes a hit. You know, it's like, oh,
it's always hard, but
she didn't like me.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you. You know, like, how does she not like me?
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it's also healthy in a certain way to know how to deal with that and digest that, because it's gonna happen. It's bound to happen.
It's part of life.
I admire people who are with their like school sweethearts for life and stuff.
Honestly,
like that's the dream.
But the thing is, I've changed so much since then. It's I think it's so much about growing with that person. But I'm not the same person I was when I was 17. And I don't think you were either.
No, 100%.
I literally commend those people who have literally done life together. With their significant
I mean,
other.
there's something magical about growing with someone, like going through all these stages of life together. I think that's what was probably the hardest to get over, was this idea of like, you know, it was like pure love. Like we hadn't had any sort of significant relationships before that.
But also the outside things of like the things that you would think about dating in London. How much money do they have? What do they do for a living? What's their family like? How old are they? Are they this? Are they that? It's like when you're younger, no one's making money. 100%. No one has a job. Everyone's just potless, you know? Like everyone's you know, in the same boat.
I think that it's interesting because, you know, all those like that checklist you just mentioned, I think that kind of conditions also like
like a non-negotiables list.
Non-negotiables, but also like from that perspective, I think it's a good exercise to go within yourself and figure out, are you ticking those boxes? I'm not saying you should be like.
I agree though, because I have a non-negotiables list. Do you have a non-negotiables list?
Yeah, for sure.
So guys also do those lists too.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so
100%.
we're not that different to each other. Maybe we all come from the same planet after all. But like I wrote that list and funnily enough, you're right. Like when I went through that list, I was like, am I generous? Am I kind? Am I humble?
Yeah.
And if I'm right, like saying about myself, no, like I'm not humble or like I'm not good with kids, then why should I expect that person to be? I feel like you should be everything that you want that other person to be in yourself first.
100%. And I think I mean, this might be a bit of an extreme thought, but I think it's important to do that exercise and get yourself there before you put yourself out there. You say you're like a very anxious person. You need to work on your anxiety, work on, you know, what works for you to cope with it. So that you don't end up being with someone and then putting all of that like anxiety and all of that pain on them.
And that's another thing that I didn't really realize, because I didn't know you struggled with like anxiety. And again, it's another thing. Like, I don't really hear guys speaking about their like struggles with anxiety or like mental health, you know? Like, as women, we love to talk and love to share about what's going wrong in our lives, which is like amazing. But, you know, it's nice to know that we're not the only ones. And like for example, like, what does anxiety look like for you? Like, you said you don't drink coffee because it makes you feel like jittery.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
the same, by the
Literally.
way.
Coffee, tried matcha, even tea that just gets me like freaking out.
Like, what for? Like, jittery?
Yeah, it's like,
Nervous.
I think it's like just ruminating, like getting in your head and like going a bit crazy, but for no reason, you know, like getting in your feelings for no reason. And it's triggered like physically through the coffee.
Because your heart is beating faster.
So I try to avoid that because the physical anxiety will trigger the mental anxiety.
And where
it's
is the
like
physical anxiety? In your heart?
in the chest, yeah.
Like, your chest feels tight?
Yeah,
For
exactly.
me, it's in my belly.
Oh, really?
For me, it feels like when I'm really anxious, it feels like someone's stabbing me in the stomach with a knife. Yeah, and it
That's
usually
crazy.
happens when I'm like at social events.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to deal with, but I think as a man, you have to resolve all these things, or at least try to package them, not like put them away and bury them within yourself, but try to figure out a way to stabilize that so that then you can be a good partner to someone, you know? Because a lot of people...
But women aren't told to do that. You know, as a woman, I don't feel the need to package up my anxiety. Maybe I feel the need to look pretty all the time. Yeah. I think that's something else. Like, as a woman, I feel the pressure in dating, for example, to always look my best and always say the right things and always like be this like pretty girl who doesn't like, you know, like we're not messy at all and we are just pristinely clean all the time, which is like obviously not fucking true, is it?
Yeah,
you know, I'm sure you've lived with a girl. We're probably messier than you. But I think emotionally speaking, like in terms of anxiety and like, you know, mental health, I don't think, like, I'm quite clear. I put it on the table. Like, I suffer from anxiety and like I get really nervous and anxious, especially with my job as well. It makes me quite nervous and anxious sometimes, but I don't feel that pressure societally to like bottle that and not share that.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely should be able to share it with your partner. I guess what I'm saying is like, you can't burden someone else with the stuff that you've got going inside. You know, I feel like that's for therapy. You know, like your relationship is for like sharing everything, obviously. But I think...
But what's a relationship without sharing that shadow side and the dark side? I honestly, like, I've had this issue with relationships where sometimes a relationship can be so good, but I don't want just the positive sides. I think there's so much beauty in the mess as well.
For sure.
And like, I also feel like because I've dated guys for many years now, and I do feel like when I've been dating guys, they just want to show that positive, good guy, that strong, confident man. But I actually think there's a lot of beauty in that vulnerability in being a man. And that shadow side for me is actually what makes someone perfectly imperfect. I think that's what makes someone more beautiful.
I mean, you have to strike a balance, definitely. I think...
I mean, obviously, like, I don't want to be seeing a guy crying like 5,000 times a day. Like, I get it if you're going through something really difficult, but like, I also don't want to be crying 5,000 times a day. I think there's a difference between controlling emotion and hiding emotion.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's just a matter of like working, or at least personally, what I'm trying to do is work towards a point where I feel like I can have a healthy relationship with someone without having to burden them with these kinds of emotions or these kinds of feeling, and ticking that sounds terrible,
boxes.
But ticking more than most of the boxes, you know what I mean? So and it's a struggle, and I think I genuinely think that you shouldn't be really putting yourself out there if you're not feeling 100% with yourself. You know, they always say like
you have to love
a relationship can only be 100% if both constituents are 100% with themselves. And I'm a firm believer of that. And I think you can feel it instantly when someone's not like there
yet. But also
yet.
when I'm not fully 100% in myself and I don't feel confident in myself, like, you know, recently I've not been feeling tip top. And that affects my relationship. Not even just my like romantic relationship, but all my relationships, because you can't give from a glass that's empty.
Yeah.
You have to be giving from a glass that's overflowing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you only give from that overflow.
Yeah, 100%.
You don't take from something that you don't have.
That's a great analogy. The glass.
Yeah. I had another question. What's
Hit
it
me.
like? I'm just going to roast you. What is it with guys ghosting girls?
Oh, I had a long debate about this
But
recently.
like, what is it? Like, can you just not face the music and just text a guy and be like, I'm really sorry, but I'm just not interested in you? Is there just like, is it just a cheap way of getting out of it?
Put it this way, like, what's better? Naturally letting the conversation fizzle out, or sending a message saying, hey, I'm sorry. Like,
I would rather the message.
Really?
And I think I can speak on behalf of a woman. We would like that message.
God.
We would love it. Do you agree? We would like a message. Yeah, rather than being ghosted. Okay, I'm going to wrap it.
But wouldn't you feel worse if the message is saying,
because
like,
at
I don't
least
think
it's
it's
clear.
right? Okay.
At least I know where I'm standing. If you're leaving someone
Yeah.
just like for the conversation to fizzle out, I'm then waiting. I'm waiting for that next message, like, how is he feeling about me? And then I'm in my head, and that's going to make any girl anxious. Like if a guy is just like not spoken to them for like a week. And the conversation may have fizzled out. But I think if you respect that person and you don't want to hurt them, I think this is just a tip for guys, is just to send that message, because I don't think leaving someone undelivered for days, if not weeks, is harmful, you know, like especially when there's like a romantic connection involved.
Yeah.
I think it's good, and it's painful.
sure.
Yeah, it is painful to be like, I'm really sorry, this isn't going to work. It sucks, but at least you're being honest, and you can let that person move on instead of hanging on like, what are we? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it depends where you're at in the relationship as well.
Even if it's been one date. I think
Yeah.
even if it's been one day and you don't feel the connection, I think just leaving it to fizzle out, I don't know. I feel like if I really respected that person and I wanted them to move on and I genuinely wasn't interested, I'd just send them a message being like, hey, I had a really great time the last date or the last 3 dates or 4 or 5. Or But I just don't see this, you know, continuing, and I wish you all the best.
Makes sense, yeah.
But
I mean,
you find that a little bit difficult to do? Like, what
It
is so
sounds like it.
difficult? Why is it so hard?
No, I mean, it's never like, I've always had, since I don't really know how to date like casually. Like I just don't know how to do it. Whenever I'm dating someone, it's like all in or nothing.
Yeah.
Which can be a bad thing, obviously, depending on what the other person wants. But I've always come to kind of like a natural end to things. Like it was always like conversation, like, hey, like this isn't gonna work out, or I'm not ready to invest myself emotionally in this, things like that. So never really had to.
But maybe you're just an anomaly. I'm sure you have guy friends, and I know them.
Yeah,
Do
you
that.
know that.
And I know them. You would not do that.
No, for sure. But they've actually the
And then
guys.
pretend everything's fine.
So we've crafted the perfect message now. Yeah.
You've crafted the perfect breakup message.
With our girlfriends at a brunch, we just put together the message, and we
So
sent.
you can all copy and paste it in your group chat. I need that I need to know.
I mean, I don't want to throw everyone under the bus, but yeah, it's been used a couple times, which sounds terrible. But it's a very nice message. Like, it's very cute.
I'm sure.
I should try to find
Yeah,
it.
try and find
actually.
it. I really want to see this
But
message.
what you don't want is to make the other person feel like you assumed that they were very into you. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah, true.
and that's the thing.
You don't want to
when
be like,
you-
I know you're in love with me, but
Yeah.
like I'm not in love with you.
And so when you send the message, you're kind of doing that in a way. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you express it perfectly.
I know. I think you need to express it. I think you need to express it whether you say that or not. I think it's not fair to leave someone just like hanging.
Yeah.
I've been left hanging, and it's just not. It's not. You just like you feel awful.
Yeah.
But
I can't find the message, but
That's fine.
it's very carefully crafted.
Amazing. Well, I hope you listening got some insight on what it's like to date as a guy, and also rejection, mental health as well. And I think we can all agree here that men and women are much similar than we thought.
100%.
And not all guys are dicks, not all girls are dicks, but it goes both ways. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you for having me.
your story
It was
and
great.
about you and just guys in general. And I'm sure so many people listening will want to know a guy's perspective. And don't take ghosting personally, because obviously, as you know, it's just a way to
Send a message. Send a message.
send a message. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next week.
Maybe I won't.